Hi, I'm Todd Henderson. Today we're going to install the Gator SR2 cover on the GMC Canyon Chevy Colorado for 2016 and up. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so to start off the install, what we're going to do is we're going to attach the side rails to your bed cap. Now, they are side specific, so you're going to see a tension adjuster. That tension adjuster goes to the front of the cab. Also, it goes to the inside of the bed. So your Velcro is going to face the outside of the bed, and you also got this rubber strip right here that faces the bed cap itself. And this is actually going to go right up against the bed cap. We're going to clamp it into place. So we've got this little gasket in the front. That gasket is going to push up against the bulkhead, and then we're going to lay this down in place with the tailgate closed to get it situated in the right spot. What we're going to do is we're going to take a squeeze clamp, and we're going to just kind of bite down onto the rail, holding it to the bed cap. Now, since this is slightly bowed, we're going to make sure that the edge of the rail is up to the top of the edge of the bed cap in the front and kind of in the middle. So temporarily at the end, the edge of the bed cap is going to be lower down than the end of the rail, but that's fine for right now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up our clamps so they can open and close. The pivot point on the clamp, you want it to be on the low part, not on the high part. So you want it to be on the low part. Now the inside of the clamp here, these grooves are going to match up to the grooves on the rail. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this in, get as high as we can on that rail with the grooves matched up, and then finger tight, we're going to tighten this down. And then we're going to slide that as far forward as we can on that rail. Once we've got it in place, we're going to take a 1/2 inch wrench or ratchet. We're going to go ahead and tighten that down. No need to over tighten it, just get it nice and snug. Now we're going to go about halfway down on the bed and install the second clamp. And we want to make sure that the outside edge is even with the top of the bed cap at this point. We're going to get that tightened down by hand, and then again, 1/2 inch wrench or ratchet, and tighten it down the rest of the way. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to flex that rail down just a little bit to keep it even with the top of the bed cap. Now we can attach to the last clamp. And again, 1/2 inch. Driver's side rail will install the exact same way. All right, now we're going to take our tarp assembly. We've got our head rail that's actually going to face towards the cab of the truck with the rubber flaps hanging off of it. We've got a couple of bolts that will slide back and forth inside that head rail. Those bolts need to line up to these oval holes that are in the rails. So what we're going to do is we're going to release the straps that holds the cover in place, and we're going to rotate this down, making sure the head rail is between the rails. Rotate it down. Now in your kit, you're going to have a spacer washer and a nylock nut. You're going to take the spacer washer, slide it over top of that bolt, and then put your nylock nut in place. We're just going to put it finger tight for right now. Do that on both sides. Next, we're going to go ahead and roll the tarp forward to expose the tension adjusters. And we're going to notice that the head rail will move back and forth in that oval slot. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that head rail all the way back to touch the tension adjuster. And we're going to take a 9/16 wrench or ratchet, and we're going to go ahead and tighten that down. Now, we don't want to make it too tight. We want to get it just to where this rail doesn't move easily. We're going to do this on both sides as well. Now we're going to go ahead and roll the tarp down to the tailgate and test the fit. Now typically the tarp is set perfectly from the factory, but if you need to adjust the tarp and make it either a little tighter or a little looser, let me show you how to do that. First, we're just going to go ahead and roll it up to the cap. Now your tension adjuster is a big thumb screw, so what you want to do is turn that tension adjuster clockwise in order to push the head rail forward. That tightens the cover, or turn it counterclockwise to loosen the cover. You can do whatever you do on this side, do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts. We're here to help you out.